Hello and welcome to 5-Minute Math. Today we are looking at the 8th grade concept of volume. Specifically, we can find the volume of a cone and we will do it in 5 minutes or less. It's a pretty simple calculation using an equation that, if you're taking the STAR test, is available on your mathematics chart, but I want to connect it to something you already learned in the 7th grade. So in the 7th grade we learned how to find the volume of a pyramid, and it had this strange type of equation to where it was base times height, but it was 1/3 base times height. And we found out that you could actually have a rectangular prism and you can actually stick 3 pyramids in there, and so it made sense to have 1/3 base times height. Well, we actually have the exact same formula for the volume of a pyramid as we do the volume of a cone. It's going to be that same volume equals 1/3 base times height. And it does kind of make sense because they do look similar. They each have a base, right? That's either going to be, most pyramids are square, but some could be triangle. Then it's got a little vertex on top, and we've got that same thing here. So they got similar type shapes. And whereas this volume of a pyramid is 1/3 the volume of a rectangular prism that's got the same base and height, we could say the same thing for this cone. It's 1/3 the volume of a cylinder that has the same base and height. So that's a nice connection there to help us remember the volume of a cone. But really, we just need to know what the measurements are, because once we do that, we're going to be good to go. So typically, they're going to make you do a little bit of work. They might give you the measurement of the diameter of the base. They might say it's 5 inches. Then they're going to need to give you the height. So let's say our height is 4.5 inches. So they're going to make you do a little bit of decimal work, most likely. And so let's see what our equation has for us. So 1/3 base. Base is going to be our big one because our base is actually the area of this circle. So the base equals the area of the circle. And so we have to bring in another equation. So the area of a circle is pi r squared. And so they're not going to usually give you the radius. That would be too easy. They're going to give you the diameter. And we need to know that our radius is simply our diameter cut in half, which means it's going to be half of 5, or we can call it 2 5/10, 2.5. So we got to do a little bit of work here, but now we know it's pi times 2.5 squared. So let's do that first. So we're going to square 2.5. That means multiply it by itself. So it's 25, 12.5. And then that is going to be 50. And so we've got 625, but we've got 2 digits behind the decimal here. We need 2 digits behind the decimal there. So now we've got pi times 6.25. All right, so we're getting a little bit closer. So now 6.25 times 3.14. Lots of multiplication here. That's 20. That's 10. That's 25. That's just going to be 625. Now this last one, that's going to be 15. That's 6. That's 7. 18. Let's add all of this up. 5, 12, 14, 16, 19. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. I need 4 digits behind the decimal. So I've got 19.625. I'm going to drop that. Inches squared. All I found is the base. All that work was to find the area of this base. Now I need to multiply that by the height, right? So I need to multiply that by the height. And so that's going to be 4.5. When you multiply those two, you get a little bit over 88. You still need to divide by 3 or multiply by 1/3. Final answer is 29.4375.